Well, hello and welcome to GeoSearch SEO and our short results video presentation. You've likely been invited here to see this presentation by your local GeoSearch specialist to share with you what we can do for your website. Now, this particular deployment is what we call a gateway. What that means is the customer on their website didn't have FTP access. Maybe it was a GoDaddy account or something where they couldn't access where we can go in and put all our files. So we do a gateway, which simply means another URL, a different website which attaches to theirs. Here's how it works. We went and secured Pensacola Locksmiths. So this is a locksmith company, a highly competitive space. And when a customer comes on one of our pages, which will be in Google, and they click anything on the navigation bar, let's click residential, notice that it will change from our website to A1 Lock and Safe. I'm sure most of you didn't see that, so let me do it again. See Pensacola Locksmith, I click home, A1 Lock and Safe. That is their website. Now obviously, our website, the keywords are already in there, so that's already a great advantage. Now, let's go see how it's performing. This is deployed almost 2 months ago, so Google's had time to absorb and index all the pages we created and rank them. So we have a section called rankings.php. Let's go there. And here we go. So what we've done is we facilitated that the client can come here anytime and click any of these links. And what this does is it pre-populates a Google search query. So you don't have to go type it in each time. Let's try it. So let's click this one. So here it pre-populates, as you can see, and Pensacola-Locksmiths is number one. So if someone clicks that for residential locksmith, they're redoing their locks. Let's say they had a break-in. They're like, I want to change all my locks. So they click that, and here is our page on Pensacola-Locksmiths. So they can read about it. This is a landing page is what it's called. Landing page, completely optimized, geared in perfectly. Obviously, it got page one. And they click anything here. So let's say they go, okay, I'm a residential. I want to click here and see more about residential. It's switched over to A1 Lock and Safe. Right? So that's how it works. Let's go back and look at a couple more. So we can go down this list bit by bit. So here, there we go. It's down here. Ours is number 8. The result is number 8. But a side effect is it does help also the core pages of the site that we are tying into. So A1 Lock and Safe is also here, number 5. So that's a great side effect of what our technology will do. So let's just keep going down. Let's go to emergency lockouts. That's, someone, I have an emergency, I need someone right away. There we are, number 1 out of 356,000 search results. So that is, that's great. So let's just click home lockouts. There they are, number 1 again. Let's go to rekey if someone wants to rekey their locks. There they are, number 1 again. So we can keep going through all of these. Let's just look at some other ones randomly here. So digital keypad installation. That's not a do-it-yourself type job. You need a professional to come in. So there are number 1 and number 2 out of 2 million search results. That is huge. So we keep going down. Let's install deadbolts. There they are, number 1. Let's see, a door closer. So I don't know if anybody's ever seen an automatic door closer. There they are, number 3. And as you notice, these pages, we don't see their core website because their core website is just a few pages, and they obviously didn't target it for all these different terms. You really can't on a 5-page website. That's why we add our 200 pages. That's how you end up having kind of like 200 billboards is a good way to think about it, right? And what about eviction locksmith? That would be popular. So if you have a tenant, they're not paying, you got to get them out, and you have to change the locks. So they did have that optimized on their website, and our pages help. It does definitely make a difference. Once we install GeoSearch, their core will come up maybe from page 3 or 4. It'll help bring those up to page 1. So there we are, number 1 with the gateway site, and there's the destination site. Result number 2. So he's got that covered. If anybody's looking for evictions, he's number 1 and number 2. And then if someone wants to duplicate their keys, There they are, number 1. So you start to get the idea. Let's go back up here to just the word locksmith. Just another thing to share with you. There's Google Places. Our pages, because it's so big, it also helps the Google Places results. Sometimes there's A through F, because there's many, there can be up to 7 actually. That'd be A through G actually. It helps get you into that category, and also it helps their main website. So A1 Lock and Safe, here they are, page 1, and that's their website, but our pages and the everything that links back to that website is definitely helping bolster them and bring them up higher. So let's start looking into, that's just all for that city and area. Let's start looking at some other ones. So Pensacola, again, emergency lockouts would be a popular one. And there they are, number 1. So that's good. Pensacola, let's go to Master Key. There they are, number 1. Great results. Let's now look, if you want to see, this is how many pages we have. So obviously we don't want to take up your whole day here and look at all these, but let's just take some random ones throughout here. So let's go to Pace and do that emergency lockouts again, because I always think that would be a popular one people would type in that are in a panic. There they are, number 1. And let's say someone wants to rekey their locks. There they are, number 1 again. And again, our website's coming up, the gateway. The customer website's not coming up because they didn't even target for this term. So there's, they're leaving lots on the table there that would go, they wouldn't be found otherwise. So let's go to Milton. So Milton and home lockouts. So I'm locked out of my home. What am I going to do? There they are, number 2. So that's good stuff. And Milton, let's just look at any installed deadbolts. There they are, number 1. And again, the A1 site is nowhere to be found because, well, they didn't optimize. And if we did have FTP access, we could have installed all these pages on their main website, but the gateway sometimes has its advantages when obviously we can't install because they don't have FTP access. So that's what this type of solution would be. But all these pages would be on their main website via FTP. This just so happens to be a gateway. But if you notice, sometimes we came up under both terms, under ours and theirs. So it kind of gives them what we would call 2 bites at the apple. 2 different websites. Customer says, oh, these guys are popular. They're here twice. So let's go to Gulf Breeze and digital key installations. Try that one. There they are, number 1. So you get the idea. A couple more we'll do here. So Navarre, and again, I like that eviction one because that would be popular and something that needs to be done right away. And sometimes this happens. Look, we're number 1, we're number 2, and we're number 3. So we call that the trifecta. Now, we target cities. We can also target counties. So I know we did counties for this customer, and here we go, Escambia County. So Florida, Locksmith. And again, you see, here we go, A through G. So there's 7 maximum results in Google Places. And here they are, G. They are G, so great. As I go over that one, you can see all the different companies. So our pages definitely helps bolster that and gets them up to the top for the Google Places. So definitely a good thing when you do a deployment, whether it's a gateway or on the main website. And then Santa Rosa County, so another county for cutoff locks. There they are, number 1, 2, and 3. Now that doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen where you get 3 search results is the maximum that Google will give you. And there we go. That brings us to our end of our list. So even key extraction, let's check that one. And there they are, number 1 and 2. So that's if you break off a key, it's stuck in your lock. What are you going to do now? Well, they can pull that out too. So this customer is performing fantastic. Let's just go to one more just to finish off here. So Santa Rosa County digital keypad installation. There they are, number 1 and 2. Let's click it. So they come into our page, our landing page full of content, dialed in perfectly with the SEO, and click any one of these. Let's say they wanted automotive, and it brings them over to the customer's main website, the destination website. So that's GeoSearch in action. That was a Power Pack 200, and it's $3.99 a month. If you get that quoted by other SEOs, ask them that you want to come up for 200 pages. So let's say 10 keywords in 20 cities, and your quote will come back in the thousands of dollars, meaning $2,000, $4,000, $6,000, because that is a lot of heavy lifting. It's very difficult. SEOs just want to work on your 5-page website, but they can't do all these keywords on a 5-page website because you only have so much title and so much description for each page. That's why we build 200 pages, and our price, no one comes close. We're a fraction of the competitors that are closest to us. So $3.99 a month, and in this space, in Lock and Safe, so for LockSmith, very competitive space, and obviously you can see A1 Lock and Safe is absolutely dominating online on Google. Okay, well, thank you. And to be in touch with your GeoSearch specialist, give them a call. And there's not just the GeoSearch Power Pack 200. We have a 400, we have a nationwide, and we have a double nationwide, up to 3,000 pages. And obviously there's economies of scale price-wise. So talk to your GeoSearch specialist and start dominating your space for your business and watch your traffic grow.